Hey there, PokeMoshPit. Pinocchio, also known as TheAcousticKind here, bringing another Pokemon Air to Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be a 5th gen battle. You're going to see a few interesting sets in this one. Just trying to have some fun. I normally don't play 5th gen because I find it a little bit boring. I'm going to wait for tiers to come out. But yeah, this is a pretty funny battle. You're going to see some good plays, some bad plays, and overall, hope you guys have some fun. Links in the description. I sped this up a little bit kind of fast because some of the plays are fairly obvious. He has a Ditto, so we're both going to have Drizzle here, setting up the rain. No Swift Swim, obviously, because that is illegal. So he's going to go into his Gyarados. I go into my Marigold because I'm going to want to try to set up some rocks. So that's what I'm going to do. He's going to switch out to Kirakizon, which I did not realize had the competitive spirit ability. We'll deal with that in a little bit later. But I go to my Blastoise just so I can phase it out. Yeah, and that is actually going to work out pretty well for me. Obviously, he's a part Steel type or whatever, so I can't poison him. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch out into my Rescue Cat, especially defensive Raikou, predicting the electric attack, thinking that he's not going to want to overpredict too early in the game. He does just decide to Volt Change out of there and go to the Randarosu. And once again, I think he's going to play it fairly safe. The battle's pretty early on. Just go to my Pidgeot to take the ground move. Luckily for me, he is playing pretty standard. Gonna go for a sub on the switch, and yeah, my fucking Soren is a pretty cool poke. It's just gonna go ahead and go for the Gale, which Gale cannot miss in rain, which is pretty cool, and it has a 30% chance to confuse, and it's stab for Pidgeot and has 120 base power, so it's a pretty effective set, this fucking Soren. I will do an SO video on it pretty soon, but yeah, pretty cool. Just gonna go back into my Rescue Cat because I'm pretty sure I can handle this Raikou overall. I'm especially defensive Raikou with Roar and Sleep Talk and Rest. Rest in 5th gen is not that good because the turns reset when you switch out, but I wanted to give it a try and see how it would work. Just go for the Roar predicting a switch, which works out pretty well for me. Get my lefties and all that good stuff. This battle's pretty obvious so far, not really too much in depth as the thought process goes. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire off a Thunder because I know that I'm going to be able to do more damage than he's going to be able to hit on me, even with the Spadef drop or whatever it was that he got. So I'm just going to go for the Rest, and I'm going to opt to switch out because I do have a Heal Beller. So I'm going to predict the Shadow Ball, go to my Marigold so I can get the Heal Bell on the switch and not take any damage from the Shadow Ball. Although actually Seismic Toss on the switch. I don't remember why I did that instead of Heal Belling right away. But, you know, whatever. So he's going to go for a Waterfall because Stab plus Rain is going to do pretty good damage. And it's actually not going to be able to do over half, which is kind of surprising, which makes me think maybe he's bulky. And I'm going to switch into my Blastoise because I resist it, and it'll take it better than my Marigold, although he did get a critical hit, which even then wasn't that bad. He's probably going to predict my Roar, and that's why he goes for an attacking move, which is nice for him, because I do just go for the Roar, because, yeah, obviously a crit stab move didn't do too much, so whatever. Going to go for my Aqua Jet on this guy, because, yeah, this Blastoise is my own set. It's Rest, Roar, Rapid Spin, and Aqua Jet. Because Aqua Jet actually catches a lot of people off guard, priority from a Blastoise, and plus with the Rain, it's going to do pretty good damage even without a attack investment. So yeah, he's going to go for the Pursuit. I think I went for the Rest, thinking he would go for something else. I didn't think he'd go for the Sword Dance just because I have Roar. So I bring in my Raikou, and he's going to switch out. I just go for a Thunder because yeah, it's going to do pretty good damage to anything unless he had the Randarosu switch in. So yeah, he's going to bring him back in his Weavile. I'm going to think he wants to Pursuit me, so I'm just going to go for a Thunder. Not sure why he switched out his Weavile in the first place, if that were the case, if he was just going to bring it back in, but whatever. So he goes to Ditto to go into Raikou, which was actually a pretty good play on his part because it means he's going to copy my Pressure, which means he can start PP stalling my only attack move. So honestly, I probably should have switched out at this stage, but you know, Thunder is going to do pretty good damage to my team here, so that's one of the main reasons. I really should have switched out to my Latias, though, so that was a pretty bad play on my part. And we're going to see how that affects me. I mean, I knew I had a Heal Beller, and I figured he didn't, so that's kind of the main reason I did that. And plus, if he is choiced, then he can't use any recovery at all. So that's kind of the reason why I stayed in, but we'll see how pressure stalling affects my battle plan. I'm just going to stay in, go for the Sleep Talk, hoping to get the Roar or the Thunder, and yeah, I didn't get the Rest, so that's really good for me, and it's going to bring him into his Gyarados, which is pretty much the best thing I could ask for, because both of my moves threaten it off, because if I get the Sleep Talk and get the Roar, then that means he's going to take Rocks damage, which is what we just witnessed, and if I got the Thunder, then it'd be a for sure overkill. He actually decided to stay in, hoping I'd probably get the Rest or pretty much whatever. He didn't want to switch out and then get roared on, so can't really blame him. I am going to get some para hacks here, which is going to be nice for me, because I think his Ditto was scarfed, wasn't really paying attention, but if that's the case, he would have got one more attack in before he got taken out. And I know that I am going to actually run out of Thunders here. He went for Sucker Punch, which was pretty nice, because, yeah, obviously my Raikou can outspeed him. So now I'm going to switch out into my Girl Scout, my Latias, because I was predicting him to go for the Sucker Punch, but he actually predicts me to probably Roar or something like that. And I'm going to go for the Charm, because this is my Latias set. It's Charm, Surf, Draco Meteor, and Recover. I did not know this thing had the competitive Spirit ability. That's my own fault for not checking out like V-Kun or Maryland or wherever, and checking out the abilities during the match. I was just trying to have some fun with this one. So now I'm going to bring in my Raikou and just hope that he doesn't kill me off with a Sucker Punch, thinking that he'll... I was hoping he would over-predict and think I'd go for Roar, and that does seem to be what happened. So I switch out because I actually ran out of PP, and this is his last Pokemon. So I go to my Pidgeot, thinking he'd go for the Earthquake, but he actually just DDs up. And luckily I am still faster than him to go for a Feather Dance, but he actually miss-salved his Gyarados and gave it Competitive Spirit instead of Moxie. So the fact that he gave it Competitive Spirit is going to let him easily just wreck my Pidgeot instead of being at minus attack. And we're going to see how that affects me. So he's going to go for another Dragon Dance while I just bring in my Marigold to go for an S-Toss. Unfortunately, he is going to be over 100 health. And we're going to see a frickin' Waterfall +2, no, +4 because of competitive Spirit, I think. And in the rain is going to kill me. But his Stone Edge actually is not going to kill me. So I don't know what kind of Gyarados that was, but whatever. Doesn't really matter in the end. It was a pretty fun upload for me, MoshPit. Hope everyone had some fun. A little bit of originality there. I know originality is not everyone's forte. It's not everyone's favorite thing to watch. But, it's pretty cool. Latias with Charm has actually done kind of well for me. So has that specially defensive Raikou, even with the new rest mechanics. Overall, it just gives me a little bit more fun. Maybe it gives you a little bit more fun to watch. Hope everyone had fun. If you want to support PokeMoshPit, me and this video, you can go ahead and give it a like rating. If not, it's whatever. If you want to see some more battles, you can check out either of our channels. Peace out.